Greetings, esteemed viewers! Welcome back to Kingdom Hearts!
I was trying to come back, come up with something better than welcome back, bros.
Did you?
No, because you started
exactly.
too fast.
So I saved your ass.
You did not
alright?
save
You are not confident with your intros!
Because
so I had to
try not to accidentally steal somebody else's man.
Well, you already kind of stole mine a little bit.
One time.
Yeah, one time. And people make one totally original Sonic OC. And it's all downhill from there. Not even once, Ariel! Not even once!
Well, maybe if yours wasn't so fucking generic.
Hey, I respect my audience, damn it!
I mean, I was gonna say welcome back, Squadlings, but we've only got like 2 Squadlings, so...
You know, I'm surprised you haven't said that even still, though. Because you came up with the Squadling.
I did come up with Squadlings.
I wanted Pixel people, but nobody cares what I want.
It's the Pixel Comm Squadlings.
It's too long, and it doesn't have alliteration like mine. Why is my phone recording what I'm saying? Alliteration like Mike. Why is my phone recording what I'm saying? Okay, I did something. I don't know how to do it again. Whatever.
Yes, but I like things being awkwardly long, just like our full name.
I mean, yeah, which you also came up with now that I think about it.
Yes, and it was supposed to be used for D&D, our D&D campaign, but it died. So spoilers, our full name is Pixelated Commentary Squadron.
Squadron just sounds so much more badass than we actually are. It's great.
But no, we're the Pixel Comm Squad.
Cam Squad!
With Squadlings and assholes. Squall!
We are assholes.
I mean, yes. I should change our description to 4 assholes or 3, sometimes 5 assholes who discover the power of friendship.
made 4 assholes by assholes. I'm sorry, people watching. You're not assholes. You're heroes. You're heroes among men, and you should be recognized for that.
Well, then, come on over.
YouTube's not gonna do it though.
Oh no, he's gonna eat the hearts. I'm the Oogie Boogie Man.
Okay, first of all, I'm never going to be able to see a ghost again without hearing in my head, I'm the Oogie Boogie Man.
Oh, good. I can't remember any of the fucking song is the issue. It's a great song, though. Oh, no. Joe, you put me in a spin. You aren't comprehending the position that you're in. Is don't remember anymore. God damn it.
What movie is that? Is that from the Nightmare?
Yes, it's the Oogie Boogie song.
Okay.
Well, sort of. Yes, mostly. It takes me a while to figure out what I'm supposed to be fucking doing. I may have cut to the version where I knew what to do, which is why this part is so short.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's so colorful, I don't want to go into, like, an epileptic shock, so...
So what you have to do is when it stops spinning, you have to step on the button that's the same panel that he's in, and then you kick his ass.
And then you... Okay. So, I guess it's kind of like... Mario Sunshine, then. A little bit, except without the random element.
Lives are on the line, and mine, of course, but yours, oh boy, now that would be just fine. The Oogie Boogie Man. See, I picked the wrong one again. Maybe I did not cut straight to the one where I did it right. Maybe I should be doing it wrong a few times first.
Do you ever throw a pumpkin at him?
I cannot throw a pumpkin, sir. Do I look like the Headless Horseman? Oh god! I didn't realize I was speeding up and I was like, wow, I'm bouncing around really weird.
Wow, that looks like a glitch.
I think the downside is he doesn't kill me, it just takes me forever to figure out what to do, and then I like pause in the middle to fucking Google it, and I'm like, why can't I damage this son of a bitch?
Haven't you played this game before?
Yeah, in like 2004.
Ariel, that's not even 20
Ryan,
years.
you can't
no
even
excuse.
remember math from 2015.
It's not just math. It's just like I have to remember what shit means and people define things as things. And I don't remember the Boltzmann constant. I didn't even need it, but like I don't remember how to fucking find the thing. I don't even know what the thing is.
I can't remember how to do a t-test anymore.
What?
Statistics shit, man.
Oh, a t-test. I think I've heard of that, but
I said a t-test, but yes.
Yeah, a t-test. That's what I said. Doesn't it have something to do with like confidence intervals or some shit?
Something like that.
Okay, because I took like 2 years of probability and statistics, and then in grad school it's like you could take another one, and I'm like, okay, well I did pretty well in my first one, so why the fuck not?
Did they do the thing where it suddenly jumped in difficulty and stopped making sense?
Yes, and here's why. Okay, there were 2 reasons why. First of all, the professor had a thing against cheat sheets. Like, for every fucking engineering class I've ever taken, with the exam, we got like a sheet that we could write formulas down on because they wanted to test us on whether or not we could understand the content and use stuff, not just memorization.
Oh my god, I had some math classes do that too.
Right. And there are a lot of formulas and stuff, so it makes a lot of sense. This person's like, no, I need you to memorize everything. And I was at the point when I did not have the motivation to memorize shit anymore. So I couldn't do it very well. So that was the first problem. And the second problem was, it was not a probability and statistics class. It was a real analysis class disguised as a probability and statistics class. Which means I did not have the mathematic background.
Brian, you had almost the same situation as me. Which is hilarious because I figured you wouldn't have had the same situation because you can actually math more.
Mm-hmm.
So, I did great in my required statistics. I'd done like 3 levels of statistics because my first one didn't transfer over for no fucking good reason. So I already had experience using SPSS, which is statistical software for social sciences. So there was this other stats one, and I'm like, yeah, I like statistics. This won't hurt any of my grad school applications. Let's do this one. And the guidance counselors were all like, are you sure? And I'm like, yes. It says the prerequisites are either calculus or the statistics class I've already taken. So I don't see an issue here, except for the fact that most people don't do extra math for shits and giggles. Mm-hmm. So I got in there. The teacher was this older Asian woman who did not like to answer questions or explain things. First problem.
Uh-oh.
Second problem, she did everything in calculus notation.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Which I had not learned.
Oh, shit. Did you drop it?
I did, but the issue is it ended up being a withdrawn, because the other portion of the class was SAS, which is a different statistical analysis software, which, in my opinion, is complete shit. Because you have to put everything in comma delimited, and then it's got its own bullshit programming language, basically, to do anything.
Oh.
That part I did not do so bad on. But I would turn in homework, and I would think I was doing it right, and I would get, like, 70s or 80s. And then I did the midterm, and I thought I did decent, and I got, like, a 60. And I was like, I can't do this. I cannot fucking do this. I know what I know. You are not helping me. So I had to withdraw it because her first test wasn't until the midterm. Which was like 2 months past the fucking drop dates. And that was the first grade we got back.
Right, yeah, that sucks, man. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Now, I couldn't drop mine because it was stupid Purdue. You have to take, like, core classes, and one of them has to be in, like, a related field. Or, like, a field that isn't your main field, so I chose that one! And that was the worst grade I've ever gotten in any university setting. Ever? I almost cried after the second midterm!
Oh my god, I actually cried after the midterm.
Yeah!
Because I'm like, I have never done, like, this poorly in something while thinking that I was not doing poorly.
Yeah! And, like, because I was actually trying. It wasn't like I was, like, slacking off in my head. I was giving as much effort as I usually do for classes. I just had to give significantly more than that because I didn't have the real analysis background. I didn't have the number theory background. But that wasn't the place to learn it, and I had other shit that I had to do that was more important. But still, this was happening, so I ended up getting a B-, which is fine, I guess. My GPA is still okay, because that's like the only subpar grade I got. And grad school GPA doesn't really even matter anyway, as long as you're above the threshold for, like, academic probation. Which I am, so. And this is the last class I'm ever taking, so if I get below academic probation from this class added to my GPA, like, what are they gonna do?
Not let you graduate.
But here's the thing: if you're in academic probation, you have another semester to bring your GPA back up, right? That's all that means. So, but if I'm not taking any more classes because I fulfilled all of the requirements for my, like, plan of study, are they just gonna make me take another class?
Maybe. They might make you retake it.
Oh god, I can't do that. The class I'm taking right now is, like, how to teach at the college level. It's like an engineering professor. But it's taught by, like, a psychology PhD. So she's not, like, engineering oriented, really. And there's a lot of, like, psychological theories and shit that I'm just like, she expects us to do, like, 2 to 5 hours of reading per class. And I'm like,
favorites.
And I'm just like, no. I'm not gonna do that. We have to write reflections on the reading, too. And then we have to meet with our learning communities for 2 hours a week. And then we have to do activities based on the readings. And then we have to make short videos based on what we did for the activities. And it's an enormous waste of time, really. And, but I can't say anything because my group people like me and my professor doesn't know that I hate this class.
Yeah.
And there's a participation grade, so I can't just, like, not do anything.
Okay.
It's a process.
You actually set me in to the worst grade I got in college. Was a history class. And now I'm good at history. At least I was. However, this guy did not tell me. He said that there was a participation grade and that posting in this online forum was part of it. However, the online forum was him asking a question and then everyone just saying the same thing. Because it was the right answer.
Right.
And now, I have a deep-rooted need to not just say the same thing that other people have just said.
Don't feel bad, Jack.
Like, I just cannot do it. So I didn't do any of those. So even though I got an A on all the tests and I never missed class, I got a C.
Why was it worth that much?
That's a great question. I was pissed.
That had to be worth like 50% of your grade or something.
Apparently.
What the actual fuck?
Yeah, I'm still salty about it.
Did it say that in the syllabus?
I was not under the impression that it was worth as much as it was, or that it was mandatory, based on the syllabus. Because if it was mandatory, I probably could have forced myself to just say the same thing as everyone else, even though it would have killed me inside.
That's pretty fucking deep.
Yeah, that angered me. My next lowest grade was like a B something, and that was industrial organizational psychology, which I hated.
What does that even mean?
Business psychology, basically. It's like the psychology of productivity in the workforce.
Okay. Did you learn anything useful?
Technically, but I still hated it, and the readings were like torture. It's like the only psychology class that I could not, like, do the readings for. And it didn't help that my parents made me do a management class, too, and it was basically the same shit, just dumbed down for not psychology students.
Why'd your... Okay, but... But that was a waste of your time. You couldn't convince them that it was a waste of your time?
Not really. They didn't even want me to do psychology, so...
Oh boy, alright.
Yeah.
Well, here's a question. Do you know what self-determination theory is?
I know that that's a term that I'm aware of, but I have this issue with recall.
Okay, I have the
Off
same
the top
issue.
of my head, not sure. I can look it up and tell you if I remember it.
Mm-hmm.
Because my recognition is way better than my recall.
Right. No, that makes sense.
You know what? Maybe not.
Okay, because that was like a super important theory for motivation of students and
Like,
stuff.
it may have been mentioned tangentially in my IO psychology class, since motivation in the workplace is a part of it, but I don't... Looking at it, it's not immediately familiar to me.
Okay. Because there are just like so many theories and principles.
There
and shit.
really are. That's part of why at this point, if you're like, hey, do you know this theory? I'm like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, and like the other people in my group are like super into this. And they're like, oh, so meanwhile, I'm over here going, yeah, if I ever teach, I'm not applying any of this. I'm just doing my own thing.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Alright. Well, tune in next time for maybe more collegiate reminiscing. Or maybe talking about the game. Who knows?